Hi there guys, Sam here, welcome back to another video. You join me once again, this time to go around the Mark 8 Golf GTI, and I've recently seen some new offers pop up as of today. So yeah, let's go through that, let's see the specs, and yeah, let's go through the car. So let's get straight into this video. So the Golf GTI is now available to order and to buy, and quite surprisingly I think there's actually deals available, as you can kind of see on screen. And I kind of wanted to go through these. I saw an email come through, being a Mark 7 Golf R owner. Yeah, the Golf 8 GTI, the Club Sport, the R does interest me quite a lot. You get the lovely car, fully spec, sort of shown there. Now, if you actually scroll down, this is on just Volkswagen.co.uk, just on their website. You get new Golf 8 GTI offers. Now, bear in mind that this car is really iconic. I know the world's going electric, but it holds its own. You know, that name, that badge has value in itself. So I'm really surprised to see offers straight off the bat. I know we saw it in 2014 with the Golf R, with the Mark 7, but that was kind of a little bit of a new player in the game. It doesn't have the heritage of a GTI at that time. So I'm a little bit surprised, but maybe that's just the age we're in. But anyway, let's click on it. Golf 8 GTI offers. So the offer is on the GTI and the GTD, you can save £1,250 off retail cash price on top of additional offers until the 30th of November. Now, that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. We'll go into that a little bit further just to see if it's anything that will interest people. I should stress, I'm just a normal guy. I like my cars. This is something that I saw. Golf GTI is pretty cool. Let's see if it makes sense. Now, the great thing that I want to add to the GTI is that, and it's a Golf, they do hold their money really well. I'm sort of 3.5 years into ownership of my Mark 7 Golf R, and it's probably cost me the least amount of any car I've ever owned, despite it costing me initially a fair amount more than anything else. So yeah, it has its upsides to that. So what do you get? So a typical deal here is on a 5-door. They're all 5-door because that's just what's happened now. 10,000 miles a year, £365 a month. I think this is just a typical example of a GTI. 5.4%. You can add on a service plan as well if you kind of want that. £269. I don't know if that's £269 a month or a year or in total. Well, actually, you might say, yeah. So the service plan covers the first 2 consecutive services, limited to 1 oil service and 1 oil and inspection. So that's like nothing, by the way. First 2 services in any car are generally not that bad. Your major service is what you're worried about. So I probably, although it does include 2, doesn't it? But then you're paying 5.4% for that. So I probably wouldn't go for that. Anyway, I'm not a massive finance guy, but I did just want to kind of explain and share this to people. This is a PCP plan. So yeah, for 4 years, you could have a car for £365 a month. Put down a deposit of just over 5 grand. You get your dealer deposit contribution. Cash price of the car, base car, is £33,460. Yeah, you have the car for 4 years and you can do 40,000 miles in it. At the end of the agreement of the 4 years, you can either buy the car outright for £14,000, or you could sell the car. Bear in mind, it's probably going to be worth a lot more than, yeah, you'd be in positive equity basically. But yeah, there you go. There's the deal on screen as well. I just wanted to kind of show that, and I'm quite happy that they're trying to do some deals, I guess. I just get the impression that, well, they're just forgetting about the Golf GTI. They're forgetting about these cars because there's these things, the ID3s, the electric cars, the big SUVs, the crossover SUVs. That's what they want to sell, and that's what does sell. But I encourage people and urge people, I know I talk about a lot of cars on my channel, stick with the hot hatch. This car, it could be everything for your family. It really can. And, you know, with completely no bias, or, you know, I get nothing from saying this. I just encourage people to look at cars like this. They're so much better in so many ways. They weigh less. They have a less carbon footprint than most cars out there today. Electric's still not really quite there. And it'll be a great car. I'm glad they've got a little deal going anyway. Finance isn't massively for me. From a personal perspective, I do things differently. I buy my cars outright at this time. Will I in the future? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We'll just have to see how things go. But anyway, let's configure it briefly, because I haven't done a configuration video in the UK. And I just wanted to kind of show you some of the options that you can actually go for. While I've got you here on this, well, I'm recording this on a Friday evening, but this will go out on a Saturday morning for you lot. So yeah, let's configure and have some fun. R-Line, I think the R-Line looks very similar to an R, but for 10 grand less. And for reference, the GTI is the one you want to go for. It just is. In terms of if you just want to golf, honestly, if you just want to golf, get an absolutely base Golf. You've got the Golf. It actually looks all right from there. If you want the middle of the road, GTI is the way to go. And if you really want to go hardcore, well, no, not too hardcore, the Mark 8 Golf R is the way to go. GTD is obviously ridiculously better for economy, but people are hating on diesels quite a lot. I'm still an advocate that it works. You know, you can do so many miles. People who do big commutes, it's going to do better than any petrol powered car out there. And obviously anything is going to do better miles than electric. So there's the car. Looks quite nice in that colour, actually. As we said, that's the kind of RRP price. You have to pay your first year tax. They always get people on that, but I think that's included in it. Yeah, included in the OTR. So that's something. This has actually got a 6-speed manual. So yay, manuals. I'm not wearing my Save the Manual t-shirt today, but yeah, it's nice to see. It's going. Sadly, I've got a manual Mark 7 Golf R, and yeah, I fear it's coming to an end. I don't think there will be one for a Mark 8, or certainly not in most regions. Where do I go from here? Oh yeah, engines. I don't even know why it has an engine box. Every single time you get a new car now, it goes through, oh, you know, this is going to affect emissions, this is going to affect emissions. 0.2 mpg, better. It's not like night and day. So yeah, I'm not too sure on that. And also you do have to pay an extra £1,500 for the DSG. I wouldn't bother, personally. So this is me talking about spec, by the way. You can obviously choose what you want if you want to go for it. Pure white additional costs may apply. I don't know why it says that. Is it going to charge me or not? It shouldn't. Maybe it's additional costs or everything else. I think every paint option is actually cost option. Certainly a lot more colours than what we feel for the Mark 8 Golf R. Oryx White is amazing. If you want this car for like 10 years, get it in Oryx White. It's an amazing colour. Yeah, lots of fleck and cool stuff for it. But as this is a Golf, probably Moonstone Grey. I've got a Limestone Grey car, and yeah, works well. I'm sitting in the car most of the time, so I'm not looking at it, so I'd rather it not attract too much attention. Goes to the wheels, 18-inch or 19-inch. 19-inch, again, you get a load of options to say, well, you're going to have to add the sports suspension because you've got different wheels. You're going to have to potentially go for dynamic chassis control, which has better suspension, adaptive suspension, so all of that stuff. But actually, I'll probably just leave it with the 18s. I don't think it's worth going up more. And if you really get tired of those wheels, swap them out at a later date. And then you've got a set of wheels, which, well, depending what deal you're on, you know, if you get a lease or something like that, you obviously can't do that. But yeah, you can play around with the wheels if you want to anyway, but I'd stick with that. Oh man, options. Gee, even winter pack's quite expensive. You're going to need winter pack in the UK, which is where this configurator is. Yeah, I wouldn't really bother with anything of that. It's a car. They have so much tech on it. You don't really need that much. Oh, there we go. So with the paint, it's 33,800. Sort of in line with competition, kind of. Yeah, there you go. There's the little deal that they've got set out for you, and that's what you can do. Anyway, I thought I'd go through briefly of this configurator. I'll stop it there, but I hope you have enjoyed it. I think it's good to see a deal. I saw it pop up on my emails, and I was kind of like, well, that's quite nice. It's quite nice that a GTI, a Golf, quite a, you know, it's not meant to trying to be an Audi or anything like that. It's trying to be its own brand, but it obviously is quite a premium car in its own right. So it's good to see some deals straight off the bat. I am a big advocate of waiting. If you want to get in on the first thing, then yes, obviously some deals like this would work. But if you do want to go for a car like this, wait for an ex-demonstrator, wait 3 months you know, particularly with coronavirus and everything, it's not going to be the end of the world. And deals will naturally appear. But for a brand new car, which obviously I think the main thing to note is they're not making that many new cars at the moment. Yeah, sort of like 13th, 14th of November. And the new car market is very stalled because of everything that's going on. So that kind of surprises me why they've got a little bit of a deal on. And something that I wanted to share and talk about a cracking Mark 8 Golf GTI. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video. A little bit of a ramble about finance figures and yeah, deals on the cards. Let me know your thoughts on it. Is it something that you'd be interested in going for? I hope you found this video informative and yeah, entertaining to some point. But thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.